Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to Visit Texas, the don'ts of visiting Texas. And I've done a few of these videos. I've done the don'ts of visiting the South, the don'ts of visiting the US as a whole, and there's been a few more from the channel that I can't remember, but I've done a lot of those sort of specific videos. Or this one here, Visit USA, 10 culture shocks foreign tourists have when they visit. And yeah, just things like that I've seen from this channel. And I know he does a lot of things around the world, like different countries, the same sort of videos, teaching you about things that are maybe sort of accepted there, but things that sort of like not to do, basically. Like the fucking video says, don't do certain things that will piss other people off, because obviously everywhere's different. But yeah, I enjoyed these videos and they've always gone down well, so here we are with this one. I don't know how I haven't done this one previously, but yeah, we're here now. Hopefully you're going to enjoy. Shout out to my Instagram, my Twitter, links in the description for those interested. Save my Patreon. I've actually just posted on my Patreon trying American foods for the first time. I'm going to be posting it onto YouTube soon. I'm waiting for a few things to be sorted. I'm also going to post a PO box opening from like packages that people have sent me soon as well. And I mean, my PO box stuff is all like, is it in the description? I don't think it is actually. I'm going to put it in the description. I've just realised I've not had it in my description at all. If you do want to send me stuff in future, again, those videos are going to come soon. They're going to be posted to my Patreon first, seeing how they go down there, and then I'll post them onto YouTube a bit after. I know that no one really cares, but I've also had another parcel that arrived that I'm going to save for a video, but I opened it because sometimes I can't help myself and I just want to see what's inside. And I've got some sweets, and I tried these Airhead things. I mean, I don't know how big these are in the US. This one is, they're like the chewy sticks. I don't fucking know how to explain it. This is apple flavour. This is grape flavour. And oh my god, I'm trying to the packaging is destroyed. I've really ruined it. This one, I don't know if you can see this very well. Can you see that in the camera? Airheads, grape flavour. Oh my god. I think there's more as well, so I'm trying not to eat them. I'm trying to save them for actually trying for the like another American sweet trying video. But bro, they taste good, man. If you have those in your country, in the US, man, I don't know if they're a specific like region or what, but mate, they are banging. But anyway, let's get into this. Hopefully you're going to enjoy, and yeah, let's check it out.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're here in Texas. And today what we have for you are the don'ts of visiting Texas. Because there's tons of stuff you do want to do when you're here. Yes, you got the major cities like San Antonio and seeing the Alamo, and Austin, all the cool stuff there, and Houston by the coast, and Dallas, and there's, you know, go up to Abilene. There's so many cool things to see here in Texas. But the thing is, when you come, sometimes you forget about the things you don't do, or you shouldn't do, or you should watch out for. And that's why we have the don'ts of visiting Texas. And our first don't of Texas is, don't think you're going to get around quickly anywhere in Texas. Look, Texas is huge. I mean,
yeah, Texas is bigger than the country I'm from. And I think about traveling from, like, let's just say Manchester to Norwich, where I live now. That's like a 4-hour journey. But that's like, in the UK, that's a long distance. But in terms of like how far across the country is, that's like halfway across, maybe not halfway, but a pretty long distance. And with Texas, man, again, it's like twice the size, I'm pretty sure. So like, you see like how there's a lot of major cities there, but then you have to realise there's a lot of distance between these cities as well.
And the thing is when you're going to try to get around the state, you're going to be driving, okay? There's not really a public transportation network that a tourist is going to use. So one, you're either going to be flying around, but most likely you're going to be driving. And the distances are huge when you are here, so you do need to be prepared for that.
Oh shit. Example distances, Amarillo to Corpus Christi. 670 miles. How big is the UK again? I always look at this. Well, not the UK. England length. Top to bottom. Is that a good way to put it? 874. Oh. This is Great Britain as well. So this is Great Britain. I'm just talking about England. The north to south. That is widest. The United Kingdom is. This is the United Kingdom. This isn't even what I'm trying to see. Okay, so from the top of Scotland to the bottom of the UK, or the bottom of England, it's 874 miles. I thought it was more. And I mean, in terms of just this, just from city to city, 670. Houston to El Paso, 745. Dallas to Houston, 240 miles. See, that's probably like the distance of where I live now to somewhere like Newcastle, if anyone knows geography.
And so when you are coming here, you know, you got to make sure you're ready to rent a car, though it's cool because all the rental cars are automatic and easy to do. But when you're driving around, don't forget to pay attention, because you'll see on the highways, it's like people either going 95 miles an hour or 45 miles an hour. And so it gets a little scary sometimes, so make sure you really do pay attention. But it does take a long time to get anywhere.
Is there a speed limit in the US? That might be a really stupid question, but is there?
Also, that long time
on
thing,
main roads?
not in a quick time,
Highways.
also deals within the cities, because Texas is growing so quickly. Cities like San Antonio and Austin, I mean, they're growing so quickly that sometimes it's hard for the cities to keep up, so the traffic jams during rush hour can be a real pain. So what we recommend is, to your place like Austin or San Antonio or wherever, park your car and you just Uber around places. It'll make it a lot easier for you, or take a taxi or whatever, because the parking and all these things can be a bit much. Now, my second don't for you is, when you are coming around here and you are driving around, don't forget to look out your windows. I know it sounds silly. Well, Mark, of course I look out my window, I'm driving. No, what I'm saying is, look around. You're going to see so much of Texas. Yes, you will see some longhorns out there. You will go through the hill country, maybe stop at Fredericksburg and see the German history there. And you go around the plains in the north. I mean, you have such varied beauty here in Texas. That's one of those things, like, man, that looks like a cute town. Maybe I'm going to get off the highway. Maybe I'm going to go over and check some stuff out. Definitely do that. Go see the
Bro, I thought this sign was a dick.
beauty of this state.
Oh,
It's great.
ahead, man.
Now, my third don't for you actually deals with Buc-ee's, this place behind me. And that is, when you're driving around, you're probably going to be like, man, we got to get gas, we got to get something to eat, what should we do? And a lot of people get kind of scared of gas stations and big truck stops kind of like this. Dude, don't be that way. Don't skip out on going to Buc-ee's or one of these huge places where you can go. And Buc-ee's is hilarious because...
Don't freak out about the truck stops. They can be a tourist site by themselves.
It's kind of like Field & Stream and Walmart and a really, really nice gas station had a baby together.
It's a big-ass
the baby
gas
was born
station.
here in Texas, and everything is Texas. And Buc-ee's, I mean, it's a really cool place to go. But don't skip out on that, because you will have to use these. And the thing is Texans have a lot of pride. And that pride shows in the cleanliness of the state, the nice things that are Texas you will enjoy. And people put the pride into and make it nicer. So yes, you can get a nice brisket sandwich inside a truck stop. Well, Buc-ee's at least. Also, get the beaver nuggets. They're awesome, by the way. And that kind of leads into my next don't for you. Don't skip out on the local shops and the local produce and local products here in Texas. Yes, you have places like Buc-ee's that you can go see that's really just here. You have H-E-B, which is a grocery store chain you can have here in Texas. It's based in San Antonio. And you get a lot of things that are really, really Texas-y. Yes, there is Whataburger. There's one right across there. I know Whataburger's kind of expanded, but it's got a little special place in my heart when I'm in Texas, because, you know, what a burger should be. Sorry, it's just memories back in childhood. But there's so much Texas stuff you can have when you are here. So do take that in and get that Texasness. If you're here in...
Beaver nuggets? Huh? What the hell is that? Is it... Oh, is it like sweet? I thought this was like savoury. Brown sugar.
Get that Texasness. If you're here in the fall, make sure, I mean, go hit up a football game. Look, Sunday, they're watching the Cowboys. Maybe Houston, Texans, but no. I've been a Cowboys fan since I was a kid, so I gotta go for them. On Saturdays, you got college football. Just pick the closest college near you. You have a great time. Friday nights, yes, the kids are playing high school football that night. So you do have those things. So go out and enjoy those Texas-only things. Don't skip out on it. Don't think, oh, I'm going to go to In-N-Out Burger. Well, that's California, man. Hit Whataburger when you're in Texas, all right? And speaking of those Texas-only things, my next don't for you is don't drink non-Texas beer. Look, the beer in Texas is fantastic. There was a lot of German immigrants that actually came here and settled in Texas. So, you know, the Wiener Schnitzel that you have in Germany and Austria, well, you got chicken fries.
Bro, my girlfriend got me to try Schnitzel. It's good, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's very good. Homemade as well. Banging.
Steak here, right? It's great. But they didn't just bring their fried, tasty foods and the collages and stuff like that from the Czech Republic and things like that. What you got that's really good is the beer. And when you're going around Texas, you'll have not just microbreweries, but you have local breweries that make Texas beer, and it is really, really, really good. I mean, they took that tradition from Germany and brought it here, so you will drink well. And I know, I'm not saying drink Lone Star, okay? Like I tell with Lone Stars, Lone Star tastes good after you've had 4 or 5 of the other good Texas beers, then Lone Star's fantastic. But go and try other stuff. And probably if you're not in Texas right now, if you want to have a Texas beer, go buy a Shiner Bock. They sell that throughout the U.S. That'll give you a taste, but that's not even probably one of the top 10 that are here. There's so many good things from Austin, San Antonio, all over. Go enjoy the local beers here. Don't skip out on that. And I know it's funny that I'm talking about beer when I'm outside of a gas station, but don't drink and drive when you are here, but do enjoy the good local beers, okay? So there's a good start to our don'ts. Now, I know seeing a gas station, even a cool one like Buc-ee's, probably isn't what you're looking for when you're thinking, Mark,
I can't get over how big this is. I've never seen a gas station this big.
where are you filming in Texas? Well, let's go see a little bit different.
Wait, this is the fucking... This is where you get your gas filled. Oh my days, what? I was sort of thinking, what is this? I was constantly looking at it, I didn't really understand. I've seen this here. This is just a long as... What the fuck?
Places here in Texas to finish off our don'ts of Texas.
That's
so now we're here in
nuts.
San Antonio. This is actually my favorite city to come to in Texas. And we're here on the Riverwalk. And yes, the Riverwalk is more than just the downtown part. It goes through the city. It is really kind of a cool thing. And my next don't for you for when you come to Texas is don't forget to mind your manners, because the Texans won't forget. Look, the people here are super friendly, they're super nice, and when all these people move to Texas, they kind of get that niceness as well. And that means when you come here as a tourist, don't forget your pleases, your thank yous, holding that door for that young lady or that old man or that young man or somebody with the kids. You're going to be practicing your manners when you are here, so don't forget that. Look, the pleases, the thank yous, the howdy y'alls, these kind of things, they're legitimate here. People will help you out, and believe me, the locals will tell you, no, don't go to this barbecue place, go to that barbecue place. For the best puppy tacos in San Antonio, go to Henry's, don't go downtown to the Riverwalk. They're gonna tell you everything you wanna know in a friendly way. So make sure when you are here, you do practice the kindness and friendliness of Texas. So yes, and my next don't for you is don't think that Texas is kind of like the deep South, because a lot of people put like, oh, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, they're all the South.
That's sort of what I used to think.
No. Texas is its own thing completely. I mean, it was its own country for a little while, and you can tell that when you are here. It's a huge state with a lot of different kind of Texan culture kind of stuff. And yes, there are some things that kind of pass from the South to here. You know, people are really friendly, like I said, and there's a lot of similar foods, the barbecue and stuff like that. But it has a different vibe to when you're here. So don't think, oh, this is the Southeast, the deep South. No, this is Texas when you are here. And I guess the thing I'll tell you is when you're looking at the don'ts, remember I talked about barbecue is here as well? Well, in the Southeast, it's more pork, you know, pulled pork and stuff like that, butts and things like that. Oh, no. Here, don't eat the pork with the barbecue. What you want to eat is the brisket, the beef. So you're going to have beef brisket, beef ribs, maybe, okay, you can have some sausage and stuff like that, but it's really...
Bro, I've never had beef like that in my life. Would that be quite chewy? Because I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of chewy meat. And what I've found myself with steak is the taste is always so nice, but I just can't handle how chewy it is. Because this looks like it would be so good, but I just wonder if it's like chewy or not.
Really a brisket-based barbecue when you are here, so don't get the pork, get the brisket, okay? And that kind of leads to the next thing is, don't forget to come hungry when you come to Texas. Because remember that old saying, everything's bigger in Texas? Well, the portion sizes, they go along right with that.
Just starve yourself for a week before you go and you'll be good.
So when you get your chicken fried steak, yeah, it's going to be nice and big. When you're going to get your brisket, oh, maybe get a pound or 2 of brisket. You're going to have a lot of food, a lot of great food, a lot of stuff here, and it's going to fill you up. And yes, if you can find a Frito pie, where it's the Frito chips, you know, like tortilla chip kind of things, where they put the chili and the cheese on it, yes, have that. You will be filled up and tasty, fully engorged while you are here. The chicken fried steak, man, when it's this big, you can't have enough of it. So that's why I always say is don't forget to come hungry, because you will leave completely full and stuffed, because, man,
puffy tacos.
Everything's bigger in Texas, especially the food. And with that food, if you see a line outside of the place, don't be scared to wait in that line, because the food here is great and the locals know what's great.
Having seen all this food makes me regret eating all these sweets now, because I just want to have something like really bad and just like some sort of burger or something, just a juicy burger, some like, I don't know, just a big ass meal with all these meats. But I've had this now and I'm going to be like, why? I'm going out to eat tonight, but I don't know, I was telling myself to eat something good because I've had these sweets now, but I'm probably going to just go crazy, man. I might have to go somewhere where they do this, because this looks really good. I don't know how chewy it would be, because I worry with like beef, it's quite chewy. But from how she was cutting it, it looks quite soft. So I mean, just have to try it. It looks good though. It looks so damn good.
Great. So they're going to be waiting in line to get the best barbecue and the best Tex-Mex, the best food that you can have, the best food trucks in different places. So you see the line? Don't worry about it. Go get it and enjoy some food that way. Some other don'ts I have for the food when you are here. Don't forget the queso. Look, in Texas, queso is not just cheese dip. It's like a way of life. It's something you have to have. And I know I've been with people here in Texas. They say, oh, we need to get the queso. And they're like, why? I don't like queso. Let's get something else. I'm like, no, you don't understand. You had to have the queso when you're here. The cheese and the pico de gallo in it, and it's stirred up, and the tasty, and the spices in it. Oh, it's so good. So make sure you don't say no to that queso. Because believe me, when you go places and restaurants, they're like, oh, do you want some queso and chips? Yes, you do, okay? And the thing is, my next don't is don't stop with the queso. Look, I told you, don't forget to come hungry.
Don't stop, just have all of it, man. Like you said, just starve yourself before you go for like a week, and you'll just have whatever you want, man. I guess when you come to something like this, you're not going to obviously be here forever, so you just got to sort of enjoy it and just experience everything for like the short time that you're there. Because obviously, if you're just sort of trying to eat good and like not do this stuff, you're not experiencing what it's like. Like most places, the food is like half the experience, isn't it? So I mean, yeah, you got to just splurge and just try everything you want to try and not restrict yourself. Because yeah, man, looking at all this stuff, I wouldn't be able to restrict myself. Again, 2 weeks going somewhere for 2 weeks, you gotta just enjoy it.
Also, don't skip out on the Tex-Mex when you are here. There's a ton of great Tex-Mex restaurants in pretty much any city you go to. You're gonna eat well when you have it. And for example, there's some local specialties as well. Here in San Antonio, the puffy tacos, you gotta have when you are here.
So good,
make sure,
man.
Load up on that queso and the Tex-Mex. You can't go wrong with that.
Taco?
So my next don't for you is don't complain about the weather when you come to Texas. Look, Texas in the summer is hot as hell, okay? No one is going to deny you that, okay? So don't complain about it. You know that. You're coming here in July and August? Yes, you will melt. That is how it works. So don't complain about it. But the thing is, I want you to know is, don't forget that Texas actually gets chilly in the wintertime.
Yeah, when I learned about that, I was surprised, man. There's a streamer that I used to watch, and he was in like, I was watching streams around sort of winter time, and the snow there was crazy. Now I've learned why and like how it sort of happens like that. I used to always think Texas, like back when I was younger, or just like when I wasn't really aware, I thought it was like just hot, like sort of deserty all year round. I didn't realize how cold it got. Like it gets a lot hotter than where I'm from, but then it gets 10 times colder than where I'm from as well. It's crazy how how completely opposite the weather can be, or the temperature can be. Like I would have just thought it would always be hot all year round, but does that mean like certain parts of Mexico get really snowy in winter as well? Because I always see Mexico as a place that's just always hot, but obviously Texas goes like it's like sort of on a border with Mexico. So I mean, I guess some parts do.
I mean, we're here in January. Look, I've got my quarter zip on. I have a jacket. It was in the 20s the other night where we were. Yes, sometimes there's some dusting of snow in Texas. I know, you think Texas, it's always sunny and hot every day. No, don't think that way. Make sure you are actually, checking the weather forecast before you come. Do the 10-day forecast. Make sure that if you do need to bring a sweater or a jacket, you're ready to go so you can get those, okay? You're going to need that occasionally at night, especially in the winter months. Now, my next don't for you is when you do come to Texas, don't skip the sights. I know I've talked about driving all over the state, and I've talked about eating at places like Buc-ee's and Tex-Mex and Puffy Tacos and drinking the local beer, and I haven't got into the really amazing sights that are all over Texas. Yes, going to Austin and going to South Congress and seeing the cool shops there, and going to Rainy Street and drinking up there, or going to Dallas, or going to Houston, going to the coast and the Padre Island, all these kind of things. There's so many cool things to see, but there's cool sights as well. And San Antonio is probably my favorite for that. And the thing is, you all have heard about the Alamo, right? Remember the Alamo? Well, don't forget it. Visit it when you are here. But it's not actually the coolest site in San Antonio.
That's
the coolest sites to see when you are here are the Spanish missions, okay? Go and check those out. And you go around the state, there's really good museums.
How old are these buildings? They look so damn old, but I don't know how old they'd be, but they look like they look nuts.
And the thing is, this state has had a lot of money throughout the years. So you've got really good art galleries in Austin and Dallas and San Antonio. You can get all kinds of, art you can check out in galleries. And so go out and enjoy that. And don't think it's just barbecue and beer when you are here. It is so much more. And the thing is, with those cool sites and cool food, it's actually brought in a lot of people from the rest of the United States to live in Texas. And so I guess my next don't I'll have for you is if you're in a city like San Antonio or especially Austin or maybe Dallas, and you meet somebody there, don't be surprised if they're not a local. You have a lot of people from all over the U.S. that have moved here. And so meeting actual Austinite in Austin is like, oh wow, I thought you weren't real. I thought Texas. You were a unicorn. Because you do have all these people moving around and coming here, and that's what's made it really cool. Anyway, those are just some of the fun little don'ts.
Is it quite like a, I don't know, like a British population? When I say British, I don't mean like sort of people who were from the UK hundreds of years ago. I mean like sort of people that are coming now. Is it like, in certain US cities, is there like a British like population like that people sort of notice that's quite high? Or is it just sort of a regular amount where you'll just occasionally see them? But I don't know. I feel like Texas is probably a place where a lot of Brits are moving to as well. It just seems like everywhere, like the place that a lot of people are moving from a lot of countries, to be honest. It seems to have a lot of positives and like, yeah, man, I can see why, because looking at this video alone, I can definitely see the interest. This is just a 13-minute video.
Don'ts that I have for visiting Texas. What are some of the don'ts that you have for visiting Texas? It really is a great place. We've really enjoyed it. The people are fantastic. Amazing food, amazing drink, amazing times, art, culture, all kinds of stuff, and it's not what you think Texas is going to be. Come and explore and learn for yourself because you will enjoy it. So I'll say bye from San Antonio, and y'all enjoy Texas.
Shout out Vour, man. Again, giving me an interesting video to learn about different cultures and different places. And I've got a lot of people who watch my videos from Texas, like from different cities in Texas. So I mean, I guess there are people who will be replying to this being like, oh no, this isn't true, or yeah, you should do this, you should do that. But yeah, I enjoy the stuff, man. I'm looking at the food, I am drooling because I'm just regretting now eating sweets because I just want to treat myself to some fucking meaty ass meal, man. I'm not gonna lie, especially seeing that beef, man. Because I don't know. Again, is beef brisket soft? Beef brisket. I don't. This is not the way to put tender, soft. I'm gonna do it soft. Cause comes from the breast of a cow. Is a great example. It's one of the latest tender cuts of beef, but braised, smoked or slowly roasted. It's rendered soft and satisfying with incredible flavour. Chewy? Maybe chewy's what I don't want to see, because I really don't like chewy meats, I'm going to be honest. Ah, so it's a I mean, I'll just have to try it, man. Get a few of them, because I think I might have actually had them the other day. I didn't know it was beef brisket. Because again, the flavour was so nice. I just can't handle like really chewy meats. It makes me gag. Don't drive 50 miles per hour when everyone is doing 110 miles per hour. Logic, if we all drive fast, no one's going to be stopped by the cops. I'm 97% sure that 9 out of 10 of these views are my fellow Texans. As someone who's lived 21 years in Texas, don't forget about giant Fords and Chevys changing lanes without signalling. Be careful. In Texas, we measure distance in hours. Don't assume we all ride horses and live on a farm. You caught me in 4K. I'm sorry. Everything in Texas is either 20 minutes or 4 hours away, no in between. Don't be scared of the shady-looking taco trucks. They will change your life. Oh, that's funny, man. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this one. Again, these videos are always fun to see. But if you want more reactions from this channel or any videos like this, just suggest them in the comments and I'll try and do them soon. But yeah, until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.